Hello, people of YouTube, and welcome back. So, yeah, how are we all doing? Yeah, well, I guess I'm not doing the best, only in the fact that um, these t-shirts are starting to get tight again. My diet's gone out of the window. I've failed. And I'm on not just coffee, but it's Bailey's coffee, and this is going down like a treat. Bailey's coffee, oh my God, that's so good. That's dangerous, that is, in fact. I'm going to have another one straight away. I'm going to be wired tonight, but it's okay. I've got a lot of gaming to do tonight because it's the football's on, and I'm not a big football fan. But yeah, also what's happening in my life, a bit of up and down. I've decided to sell all my video games. Well, not all of them. About 70-80% of them. I don't know if you've noticed, but a lot of pickups recently has been, this has come from Eddie's collection, that's come, I bought this from Eddie and stuff like that. Yeah, that's because I've decided to sell up my video games, if you've not noticed already. Although if you just watch my channel or something, you probably wouldn't know any different, because I'm not selling my video games because I've lost the joy of the hobby, because I haven't. I really love it. I love finding video games to buy them and play them. But I'm trying to buy a house, and at the moment the market is just absolutely nuts. And yeah, so basically I'm going to be keeping my arcade machines, which was the big factor of being able to sell the games, because I've got that to like sort of fall back on. I will probably do a proper video talking about it all, because we could be here all day. We really could. But the long story short is I'm selling video games, and it was the Birmingham market this last weekend, and I had a little stall there. I had a couple of tables, so it was a bit better than, it was a bit bigger than the little stall. And yeah, I really enjoyed it. It was really nice to see the other side, especially as like a proper, well, not a proper seller, but like a reasonable seller. I didn't have people coming up to my table and going, look at them crazy prices. In fact, it was quite the opposite. I was quite impressed. So yeah, like it just kind of made me feel like I'm not trying to rip the community off or something like that. Trying to make a good deal, but I'm also trying not to rip myself off, which is the main thing. It's trying to find that like balance, because like a lot of people said, they tried to give people good deals before. However, you just get the traders coming in and buying it all up and selling it at like a crazy price afterwards. But yeah, I did well. I did okay. In the market itself, I gave myself a sort of like a target to be like a happy target, and that was, and I got there and a little bit more. So my happy target was basically 10% costs. So basically the table, the fuel, everything around it. What's it called? The bloody clean air fuel thing. That was £8 just to get into there, plus parking, food for the day, and my hired help. I had hired help, which was Dylan, which he wouldn't. Well, he took a game which was like nothing. It was like a really low value game. I I had a special game put to one side for him, and then his last pickup video, bloody picked it up, didn't he? So yeah, really big thanks, Dylan, for helping me out on that market. You really did me a solid on that one. Although he did help the competition probably a lot more, the bastard. But yeah, no, really appreciate that, mate. And again, awesome. So we always have a good day, me and Dylan, when we go to these things. Have a good chat in the car and everything. But yeah, yeah, I don't know what to say. Like it's kind of been a bit overwhelming. Everything, like all the selling, it's kind of like become a second job, really. Just pricing everything up. I think I worked it out, probably did about 20 hours, between 15 and 20 hours just in pricing up. So yeah, probably didn't get much of return. However, I'm all priced up now for further markets. So yeah, well, let's talk about the further markets. So coming up on, I think it's the 18th of February, which is the Sunday before Christmas, I'm going to be stalling at the Nottingham Gaming Market. Not Gaming Market, it's the Nottingham Expo, which is a pretty cool new expo that's coming up. It's actually 2 days. It's the Saturday, Sunday before Christmas. I'll put a link down below for it if you fancy coming and buying some of my wares. Maybe I'm not going to be doing as big a stall at this one, just because, well, I was just dipping my toes in just to see how well it went, to be honest. But yeah, I'm only doing Sunday, so come to either. But if you want to come see me, I'll be there on a Sunday. Come say hi. I'll give you a sticker. I'll be making stickers and everything like that. I feel like a proper professional outfit. But yeah, like it's nice to see an expo again. I actually think there should be more expos. Gaming markets may be a dying thing. I think a lot of people are not wanting to spend at the moment. So an expo would be the next best thing. There'll be a few market stall sellers like myself if you wanted to buy something, but then you've got ways to play games as well and like talk about them. And yeah, I think that'd be quite good in the new year where people are not willing to spend the same amount of money as they were previously. And I'm hoping, really hoping, Play Expo Manchester comes back. That was my favourite one of all time. I used to love it. I mean, it's probably biased a little bit because I used to live in Manchester during them times. And it used to be Play Expo, Saturday night, go out, get pissed, go to Fab Cafe afterwards, and then not be able to go to the next day. Always, every year. But yeah, still would like it to come back. It's something else really. It wasn't quite as big as like the really big expos, but it was just that like niche enough to be sort of like unique. And I can remember one year they had the announcement. Was it not the announcement, but it had the Wii U before it actually came out, so you could play on that. So there was massive queues to play that. I mean, that was I've never done any of the other like is it EGX or something? I don't know. The gaming like things that usually you see stuff like that. I've never done that before, but it was just nice to have that like retro and modern mixed together. Anyway, I'm waffling now. I'm doing another market. I'm going to the epicenter of video game markets and Doncaster Market. Of course, I've got to go to that one. So yeah, I booked a couple of tables for that one. Price is going up, but hopefully I'll sell well at that one. I don't know, it's hard to say really. I just don't know what stock to bring. So if anyone is going to them markets and they've seen my like, I don't know, game room stalls, game room videos, just if there's something that you've seen, just let me know and I'll try and bring it around and price it up in that. So that being said, what am I keeping? I'm keeping this big wall of blue over here. I absolutely love my PlayStation. I can't get rid of the PS4 and I just love it. I can't say anything else. I'm also keeping my Switch because I've got no reason to sell it. I mean, I do have a reason to sell it, but I bought them all to play, and I say that with all of my games, but I'm playing more modern games than retro. The only retro games I'm playing are PC Engine. Absolutely love that system. And the Saturn. I mean, the thing is, the Saturn has come like a second to the PC Engine, and I've not really priced up too many Saturn games, although I have done a few. I'm still dubious about selling my Saturn, especially the bigger hitters sort of thing. So they're just sort of like on the side for now. So anyway, we're 9 minutes in. I'm going to have big game Mal complaining about. I'm not showing a game yet. So let's show what I picked up from the Birmingham gaming market. Oh yeah, God, I'm interjecting again. I'm not going to say everyone's name, but it was great seeing everyone there. I'll probably speak to you guys a lot anyway, who I saw anyway. So yeah, great seeing you. Yeah, because if I start saying people's names, I'll just forget. But it was nice seeing who was it. Roller, what's he called? Roller caller. It was the first I saw him at Blackpool. However, I didn't see him long enough to say hello, but I saw him enough to chat, and he was the first person I saw for the first time there. And Rob Gernaldinho Plays, of course. He was a nice little surprise. Although I've seen him many times, but it was just nice to have just a surprise visit. So it was cool. Anyway, stuff to show because I'm just going to get all complaining, aren't I? So another thing that in my game room 3. Well, it's probably 4 or 5.0s or whatever. I want to get a lot more sort of visual aids more than like sort of like stacks of games. I'm trying to like curate a room as opposed to sort of like just having a horde of video games. So I'm just going to hoard everything else instead. And one of them things are figures. So from all of this is from Craig's Here Again, okay? He was the only stall I really had. I walked around it all a couple of times, but his store was the only thing that had anything I really wanted. And that was imports, because that is the way forward I'm going. I'm going to be imports and PlayStation. But yeah, so from him, I kind of like said to him I wanted these before, like, because I knew he was selling them. And he brought them along, and yeah, in the back of the car, like vultures, we all like swarmed around Craig's car. And I think he must have had, I think he had more sales than what I took for the whole day before he even got into that market. And it was mainly for me and a couple of others. But yeah, I picked up some figures. So these are the Sega Hard Girls. So I've got not just this one, I got this one, and I got this one. So what these are, pervy little figures. Well, not really that pervy, but they're the female characters based on the Sega consoles. So I think these are absolutely fantastic. I actually took one of these out of the box. I think it was the other one. And they've never been put together, I don't think. So that's going to be fun. I don't think I'm going to put them together yet. I think eventually when I move to my new place, it would be nice to put these out for the first time as my new game room. So these will just be stored until then. But yeah, I can't wait to start these. So yeah, this is the Dreamcast one. Yeah, so they're not just one single figure. They're actually like parts that you have to clip in together and make them up. So that's quite cool. Like I say, it's a little bit of effort to do so. In fact, I think it was the Saturn one. Let's open it up. So this is the Sega Saturn girl. So she's holding the Sega Saturn S. And yeah, this is what it's like. So on the back, I think they all have the console that they're based on as the stand. So that's pretty cool. So yeah, I've got the Sega Saturn one. It's a shame the boxes aren't all the same. But yeah, these are going to be coming out of the boxes. These are coming out of the boxes. Yes, indeedy. Coming out of the boxes, and they're going to be stored, displayed. And then the Mega Drive one. So I'm not too sure what other ones there are. I know there's a Sega Saturn skeleton one where she's a bit less dressed than that one. So the skeleton is the clear Sega Saturn that we never got. So yeah, that is my little hard girl collection. And then I've got some games. Well, I've got a couple of consoles as well, but they'll be going last. But we've got some games. And man, I've been eyeing these games up for years. But yeah, this market was the first time Craig let us deep dive into his shooter collection. He's always been bringing everything else. He's left the shooters until now. So he brought some amazing stuff like Harmful Park for the PlayStation. He sold that, not to me, because don't collect that anymore. I've been wanting that for years and years, and then the time that he brings it, I'm not collecting anymore. But yeah. But I am collecting PC Engine, and he brought all the PC Engine shooters, and I was like, they're coming home with me. So I did want to get more, but I kind of refrained myself a little bit because I could have just gone like, yes, I'll have them all, but then that would have been all my money gone. And that kind of defeats the object a little bit. But man, I think Doncaster, I'll probably be buying a couple more off him. Why not? But yeah, the first game, well, there is no first game because I kind of like swooped on him as soon as he got the stall open. Aero Blasters, I've forgotten what this is called. This is called something else as well, on the Mega Drive. Is it on the Mega Drive? Well, this is on the Mega Drive as well, but there's two names for this game. I know it more as Aero Blasters now. Fantastic game. I played this quite a lot on the EverDrive and the Mega Drive. Mega Drive. But yeah, I've also played it on the PC Engine, and I always thought it was like a bit of a poorer port. But no, the thing is, I always find with these Mega Drive and PC Engine ports, there's a reason to play both. They're so different in different ways. Like sometimes the visuals can be better on this, sometimes the visuals can be better on the Mega Drive, sometimes the music's better on this, sometimes the music's better on the Mega Drive. but I always find like playing them a different experience. And I think this one really has one of the biggest, it's not one of the biggest differences, no, it's not really, but yeah, this is just a fantastic game. I always die just after the speed stage, but playing this one, I died at the speed stage. I couldn't get past it. That's like the third stage. But yeah, fantastic game. I mean, I just love the visuals. It's just like really bright, colourful, and like I always love like sort of like the how power ups work on games. And this one is like you fire some like at a power up bot, and then it just spreads like power ups everywhere. So you get to choose which one you want. However, you've got like a limited time to get them, and it really adds to the intensity of like sort of the game. And like you always end up like coming away with one power up that you didn't want because you end up trying getting them all. But yeah, I really like this game, and it's got really cool anime cover. Again, because it's a Hue card, it's got nothing on the back, so it's a bit boring. This is in my PC Engine now. I've been playing it. Fantastic game. One that's like a medium high sort of like priced one. Definitely worth it. Really, I nearly bought the Mega Drive one as well, just because I do enjoy both the different versions. And that's a sneak peek as well. I think I'll be probably getting Japanese Mega Drive in the future as well, once I open myself up to collecting properly again. Although how much stuff I've bought recently, you wouldn't think I've stopped. So next up, another Mega Drive shooter people know very well. This one actually came out in PAL territories. However, I hear a lot of people prefer this one, the PC Engine version, than the Mega Drive one, and it is Hellfire. Yeah, so this is that game where you have all your power-ups pretty much at the start. You cycle through them, and they all do a different thing, where they shoot a little bit different. Yeah, the visuals are a lot more colourful on this one, and they're a little bit different, but I really enjoy the Mega Drive soundtrack. It's a lot more gritty on the Mega Drive, and I think a lot of people prefer the version on this one, but no, I'm really hard to press which one I prefer. This one is bloody a lot more expensive than the Mega Drive version as well, I've got to say, but god damn, that artwork is stunning, isn't it? Look at that. I mean, it's just worth it for that alone. This is actually a CD game. So here we go. We've got the CD inside. You can see all the stuff in my background. Hopefully I've tidied up. But yeah, really enjoyed playing this again. However, I always find this is one of them games I either do really well with or really bad with, because it's sort of schoolboy error there. I forgot to I forgot to delete all the files on my phone, and then it just ran out of space. So anyway, yeah, hard pressed which one I prefer. I don't know. That being said, like I said, I really enjoy having the two different versions to play. So yeah, this one's on CD. I can't remember if I showed. Well, I don't know where it got to, but yeah, really pleased to get this just for the artwork alone. I just really love it. I mean, I say that a lot with the Japanese games, don't I? But I really do mean it. Next up, like high caliber shooters to the opposite end of the scale. And we've got Deep Blue, or Deep Turd, Deep Brown. But I don't know, it's one of them games that you sort of like have to have. This one again is on Hue card. And it's sort of like a myth and a legend, isn't it? All rolled into one. Well, I think if you start getting to PC Engine games, you know of this game. And I said to Craig, basically, this should be free. You shouldn't be charging anyone to take this away. That being said, all the bad things that I've heard about this game, I actually enjoyed it. I actually didn't hate it as much as I was expecting. Of course, it's no like shooter from like Konami or anything like that or whatever, but I don't know, it's not as bad as people say. If you go into it expecting not the greatest, it's just what it is. It just reminds me of like an Amiga level of shooter, where a lot of them were turd, but I used to play them a lot as a kid, and yeah, for me, I can get away with playing that kind of stuff, and I don't know, it's kind of an interesting cover, isn't it? I think this was developed by a Western company, and that's why it's so different, because I think it's like Packing Video that made it. I don't really. There is I think Packing Video are the LGN of sort of like PC Engine, where they make so many bad, terrible games. But yeah, it's interesting, but it's not one of them games that's going to break the bank either. So yeah, cheers for that, Craig. I think. Yeah, unfortunately, I don't have much more to say on that one because I couldn't really get too far on it. Yes, what else have we got? So one that I've been wanting since I got the first one, just because I heard this was so much better, and it kind of is, and it is. Download 2. Look at that artwork though. I mean, again, for me, these are just like pieces of art for me. I love the artwork of it all. Again, this is a CD one. Is it a CD one? Yeah, it's a CD one. So it's got the artwork on the back. But yeah, this one again, what I've thought of it is it just plays much more of the same as the first. So it's a really competent side-scrolling shooter. Yeah, again, it just felt more of the same as the first. I can't remember how far I got on this one. This one was, I think I can remember it being quite hard, but then I kind of got used to it. Yeah, it's kind of got like scrolling effects that like, you can't believe it's on a system of this age. And it's just sort of like a tour de force to play. I think I played this quite a lot. However, I don't think I got very far on it, but I was really enjoying it. And to be honest, after this video, I'm going to be playing all these again because flipping heck, to be honest, there was a lot of money's worth. And I want to make sure I get my money's worth, innit, really? And yeah, the last PC Engine game is Image Fight 2. So really have mixed feelings of the first one. I really like it, but then I also get my ass kicked on it so much. Especially, it's one of them games that sort of like adapts to your play style. So like, it depends on how well you do, depends on how the last level is. I just can never beat it, no matter how fortunately it's unlimited continues, but no, there's no way. But yeah, this is again another CD one. So it's got like awesome artwork everywhere. Yeah, I think this is the most expensive PC Engine. Well, it was the most expensive PC Engine game I've ever picked up. And yeah, this has got some. To be honest, I forgot to say as well, Hellfire and this have got some really awesome cutscenes. I was really, even though I didn't know what was going on in them, I was like just watching them, going, this really enthralled with what's going on. I was really invested in the girls coming into the spaceships and yeah, rocking the place. But yeah, this game, oh my god, this is brutal. Like, if you think the first one is hard, no, you've not seen anything yet. This game, I got to the boss, and I honestly, I must have tried for like 45 minutes to try and beat that boss. I just couldn't do it. I couldn't do it. It was so hard, and I wanted to see more of the cutscenes. I wanted to see more. And I wanted to see more of the game. But yeah, unfortunately, I didn't get very far in this game. But it was, I don't know if some games you get really frustrated with because it's beating your ass so much that you can't play anymore. This isn't, I don't think it's one of them. This is one of the ones that sort of like inspires me to play more. So I'm really looking forward to playing more of this. Yeah, big thanks to Craig for this. But yeah, does it stop there? No, it really doesn't. That's going up here. It really doesn't. So yeah, let's have me coffee. So the first thing that I saw, which I'm really grateful that he's sold, because I asked him for this a couple of years ago and he wasn't sure if he was selling it. But yeah, I've got plans in mind for my future game room, what I want console wise and everything like that, because I will be going all console. I just won't be having the games for him. Although I've got a lot of games for this, so. But yeah, I've got a lot of games for this, but I don't have the console. I've only been able to play the games on the Retro Freak, so that might keep in mind what this is. So the system in question is the Twin Famicom. Oh my goodness, I've wanted one of these for years, ever since I saw it, and I never thought I'd get a boxed one. I mean, this has got a dink in the front, so that's going to affect the price a little bit and everything, but Craig did me a good enough deal. I was happy with that. Yeah, so this was the first thing I pulled from his car. But yeah, if you've never seen a Twin Famicom before, let us get it out. Let us get it out. So there is 3 different versions. There's 2 black ones, one with green and one with red. This is the black and red one, and then there's one that, to be honest, I would have preferred, but it just seems to be really hard, and it's the all red one. I don't know which one's the best. I can't remember what. There is differences in it, but yeah, this was made by Sharp rather than Nintendo, and what it is, it's cartridge and disc system. So these tend to not work, so I'm not really putting much faith into this working. However, I will be sending this to Mrs. Bear, so Retro Bear's partner, Claire. She has set up a new repair company, which it's something like Repair Bear, something like that. Repair Bear, it's only like a basic website at the moment. However, she is planning on making it a little bit more substantial to explain all the price lists and everything. But if you want something repairing, there is an email link, and I'll put it down below and she'll be able to get you some price and everything. But yeah, she's going to be modding this, making sure this works absolutely fantastic. And not only that, but she's going to be adding an RGB mod, because this only has the AV out. So yeah, she's going to make this a beaut. And then I've got sort of like a future-proof Nintendo. The only thing is the controllers are hardwired into the system and they don't go very far. So I'm also looking into a sort of like a wireless solution. There is a, oh, is it not this? No, is it? Where is it? There it is. An external out. Is that it? No, it's this one here. An external out that you can put extra controllers on. So I think I've been watching some videos of how to make this wireless. So this will be, again, amazing. But yeah, doesn't stop there, gets even better. I wanted this for so long. Again, something I've seen in Craig's lockup for ages. But like, oh yeah, I think that's probably giving it away. Wanted this for ages. I can remember when I first heard about this, I thought, oh yeah, but I can remember playing this as a kid. But no, it wasn't. It was Astro Wars, and it is a TV, a Tate TV, a vertical screen TV. However, if you don't know what this is, this is what's called a Vectrex. To be honest, I think a lot of people know what this is. Basically, this is a vector-based screen. So rather than have like sort of like a picture like you normally used to, it shines light onto the screen, and it just looks like something that you've never seen before. And honestly, this is the one thing that I wanted the most on this is the game that he had for sale, because I don't think he had any other games for sale. He only had one. And it was Vector Pilot. So what this is a clone of Time Pilot, because it never got released officially on that. Yeah, this was a last minute grab. So just as, because I packed away and we started helping Craig pack away. And so everyone had bloody gone by that time, near enough, because Craig had so much stuff. I don't know how he got it in his car, I really don't. But yeah, I think we put most of the boxes away, and this was the last box to put away. And I was like, I can't believe you've not sold that. So I had to buy it. I had to buy it. I did. To be honest, I haggled with him probably a bit too much on this one because I wasn't sure if it was going to work or not. Because old tech and everything like that. I mean, I'm sure it would have worked, but like the quality or condition of like long lasting, I wasn't sure about. But again, I'm going to be taking this to Claire Repair Bear to give it a once over, change all the capacitors, whatever it needs to be done to sort of like future proof. But yeah, it comes with a couple of inlays and stuff like that. I've been having a flipping blast on this. I've played this near enough every night since I've got it. And today I ordered myself a multi-cart, which is this here. So this is from ZX Renew, ZX something. I might put a link down below. But yeah, this is a multi-cart. So this has, I think, 100 and something games on it. A lot of them are like homebrew ones. So there's some Christmas games on there, which is I was enjoying. I'll play Pole Position. I think it's got all the official games on it, plus it's got a few homebrew ones. But yeah, I was playing like what was it called? Vec Spider or something, which I think is a homebrew version of Black Widow. Sorry about that, bloody sneeze, isn't it? Yeah, so playing that, really enjoyed that. But yeah, the game that I probably played the most was, what was it? Trying to think. Actually, probably was that Black Widow. But yeah, I don't know. I was trying to look for Tempest. That is the game that I want. If anyone knows if Tempest or a version of Tempest is on here, let me know. I really want, like, ultimately, in my future, I would love to have a Tempest arcade cab. However, I just don't think that's really plausible. I don't think I'm really savvy enough to keep one running, and I can't imagine them being cheap either. So I'd rather take the cheaper option, which would be Tempest on there. That would make my life, I think. That is one of my grail games. And not only that, so not only this awesome stuff that I got from Craig, but I also got a couple of stickers which I've put on my arcade cab. I've got like sort of like a secret sticker stash on my cabs, and yeah, I put a commando sticker on it. So I don't know where these have come from. Are these actually arcade ones, or probably someone's going to be shouting at me for using these? Who knows? But yeah, really high quality stickers. They seem original. But yeah, I just want to say big thanks to Craig for all of this. Like, honestly, the deal that you gave me was probably too good. So I think I'm going to have to pay you back in kind somehow. Take you out for some chips or something when I come over next. Fish and chips. Get you something nice. But yeah, thanks for getting through all of my retro waffle. Again, I've got loads of crap coming. So the pickup videos are not going to stop. I just trying to save, that's all. So anyway, thanks for watching, and I'll see you guys on the next one. Bye.